Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. So, TCG metagame breakdown for October, half of October, end of October. We're kind of nearing end of October, but it kind of feels like a strange format, in between-ish format, because, you know, YCS Utrecht we had last week, that was a completely different format, a DARKWING BLAST legal for YCS Minneapolis. And then, you know, the Ishizu stuff, Magnificent Mavens, is going to be released really soon for us TCG players. And that already, you know, the Ishizu cards will have a huge impact on our TCG format yet again. So we are, well, we only had one YCS here in this particular shorter format, but Darkwing Blast legal. And as expected, there were some cards that kind of had a huge impact on our current TCG format, and they will have, you know, a bigger impact, or still have a big impact on our, you know, upcoming format with the Ishizu cards as well. So YCS Minneapolis and then the UK Open as well very shortly at the end. But let's focus here. I mean, if you have seen the coverage and, you know, the top 32 playoffs and all the players in the top 32 cut, I mean, so many good names, so many big players ended up making the top cut, and, you know, this is, what is it, top 8-ish? Like, so many stacked, stacked with big names, right? And that's, I guess, a good sign, no? Like, if you're playtesting a lot, topping multiple events in the past, you should be doing well here, right? So eventually, as you know, Chris LeBlanc won, and if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, this is Chris's 4th YCS win. Should be. And I only think Billy Break also has 4, no, if I'm not mistaken. But let's focus on the top 32 cutoff, and this, I feel, doesn't come with a surprise. We see some differences between YCS Utrecht from last week, where Spright was, well, Runic Spright, Twin Spright, again at I think a higher representation compared to Tearlament, but, you know, post, you know, Darkwing Blast, we know that the Tearlament got a lot of good cards, including Spright Sprint, which ironically is also very solid for Tearlaments to send them early, right? You know how it goes. So this is no, well, this is no, I think we all saw this one coming, right? But Spright is still there with a couple of like rogue decks, like Flow Henry still there, even though it got to the finals, right? Bystials, Pure Bystial, Thunder Dragon Bystial. I don't think David released his list just yet, and a top 32 from the feature match as well. So top 8. Kind of feels okay-ish, you know, Tearlaments, Spright, and Flu, which eventually made it the finals as well. So let's zoom in, let's focus on the Decklists, right? So first place, and I don't think this is a surprise. I mean, Chris, is a huge consistent player. He has been topping YCS's past, like, months as well, past years. So again, another win, a 4th win, but I mean, if we take a look at this decklist, something I personally predicted were the Fenrirs, and gee, that card is so expensive. If you've seen, it's very hard to get one these days, right? The Fenrir, but I think we saw this one coming, and especially with our next set. You know, the archetype is going to be really solid, including Fenrir, simply because going first it's quite good, and going second it plows through fields, you know, getting rid of Pisky Floodgates or field spells or big boss monsters. It's such a disgusting card, and I believe he took a lot of players by surprise by main decking both Anglers and Nimble Beaver, right? You know, those free mills. Disgusting. Plus a small Spright package, and as you saw, was it in top 4 or finals where he got shifted, and you know, no tears, but you can just go for your Spright engine, and that definitely worked out in his favor. Talents is such a gutsy move, but I think it paid off, since there are other lists as well with those talents in the main, and especially early format where people, you know, reliant or still reliant on, or you know, moving back to hand traps. Talents is such a disgusting card, and let's not talk about Super Poly in the main deck, but I think a well-deserved win, while on the other hand, 2nd place, and I believe Michael Thomas was... He was very close, some, you know, strange place, like in multiple feature matches, right? But again, he was really close, taking that first tool, like evenly matched Lightning Storm, going 2nd. Ooh, disgusting deck, and you know how strong Shifter is, right? I believe it was in the finals he opened with Shifter as well. Yeah, I think so. But he was close. He was really close. Imagine Flo and Ruiz winning a YCS over Tier. I'm looking at the Forbidden and Limited list already, but no, he was close, but he was close. Okay, third place. This list, I personally still prefer for now pretty Shizu the Runic Spright variant, because it's still disgusting. You draw 3 or up to 3 every turn is still disgusting. But I don't know, Posty Shizu stuff, but this should be Joshua's list card for card, almost. Some small side tech changes with, what is it, the Daruma Cannon, I believe the name is also a new card from Darkwing Blast, but the main deck I think is card for card with double Hyperia, double Talents, double Field Spell as well, and then some small changes in the extra deck. I believe Josh only ran 2 Elf. Any small changes? No, the Mannequin Cat, again, a super MVP to search either Thunder King, Chaos Hunter, or the, what is it, Testudo, yeah, against Tears. We saw that, was it in the one of the feature matches, yeah, finals as well, no, the top 4, I think so, yeah. Crazy stuff. But I think this variant is... it's so close. I mean, we've seen other deck lists as well, and like the Power Spright deck from like Ryan Levine as well is so disgusting strong. I really like those lists as well, where you're playing Spright, but you're main decking Fenrirs, and you're main decking the Bystial cards as well, and that's so disgusting. 3 bodies, that's something I guess that this Spright runic deck doesn't have, a battle phase, right? Putting pressure on your opponent. It's a super grindy deck, while that Power Spright deck has that advantage, right? It has the battle phase, it can run Fenrirs to put the pressure on your opponent, it can run definitely the Bystial cards. Again, so solid. So I think both version of either this, the Runic Spright or the Bystial Power, Spright deck with the Fenrirs in the main deck, and of course Beaver and Angler as well, since that's something that Spright Runic cannot run. You don't have the space for that. It feels kind of 50-50, but personally I'm leaning towards Runic Spright a little more. Rasphere mode, Lava Golem in the main deck. That's where it's at. But post Ishizu, I have no clue. And then the last top 4 spot, Cody. He was so close. But very similar to Elise's list. I'm not sure Elise top 32 as well. I believe they were running the same build, right? And Toad as well in the extra deck. With Sprint also, how strong Sprint is, especially for tier elements. So cool. He was really close on his birthday as well. Top 8, Dennis Nadas. While... any surprises? No. I mean, you have access to, I was about to say Beatrice. Yep, Beatrice is there. You know how strong Beatrice is in tiers, with also the talents as well in the main deck. A Druid's Worm with triple Magnum, with again, it's basically a meta call, but moving forward seems pretty stable. No, pretty stable. The Ecclesia for the Synchro Blaze, that's also nice. So top 8, again, he was really close. Again, Walter Jewel, top 16, again, very similar. A couple of new cards from Darkwing Blast as well, with Scream. Granite and High Spirits as well, running a full package of the... No Lubellion. I was thinking of, like the Thunder Dragon alike discard Search, but no, Prelius still opt to, go for triple Magnum, with obviously with that 1, 2, or even 3 copies of Druid's Worm, potentially, dropping it during your opponent still after the search of Magnum. So, really nice. Top 16. Another top 16. Again, very similar, triple super poly, the talents are there as well, again, capitalizing on the potential hand traps. Not running any hand traps at all. Well, I guess you can, call Bystial hand traps plus Imperm, but you know how strong Imperm is, right? And potential Bahamut plays with that, what is it, the snake one, top left, yeah. Next up, again, a very similar tier element list, Jack Reed. Any surprises? Well, Droplet, I guess, in the main deck, that's different, while Gamma as well. Gamma, I guess, can catch people off guard, I guess. Could stop the Spright deck in its tracks as well. And then I think the last tier element list, yeah, from Elise. We've seen this one before, very similar, if not the same as Cody's list, yeah. So again, very close. Then more Spright list, and this is a very similar. Well, I guess can I call it like a power Spright deck with again those triple Fenrir, the Druid's Worm, and I like Paulo's list as well with like multiple hand traps as we see But again, Paulo was really close with that top 16, you know, list. Running like half of his deck hand traps. Always, I like the guy. Very cool. But Prosperity, I guess, is also one of those big advantages. Like the Evil Twin package completely disappeared because of Bystials. You can't run that, right? But Toad is back with a swap, and yeah, Paulo was running 3 swaps, so that's nice as well. You know, because it's really strong with Angler and strong normal summon, and Toad is still disgusting. So yeah, that's pretty much it, right, for YCS Minneapolis and the one list from the UK Open. First place deck list by Gabriel Nets. I believe this list is very similar to his list from YCS Utrecht from last week. He made some small changes. He still prefers triple Ra Sphere mode in the main deck over Lava Golem, which is in the side deck. A small Bystial package here in the side deck as well. He dropped the Metal Foes Fusion from the main deck, you know, discard to draw, but he's running the Scissors over, what is it called, the Wind-Up Kitten to bounce. Scissors, I guess, is more of a budget option, but and that's something that kind of I'm still looking for the potential sprint here in the Runic variant. I'm not sure, because again, you're not main decking or running any targets bar the Scissors, right? Soul Scissors, as I believe the name is, which I feel it could be worth it, but it needs more testing. I like the Desires as well in the main deck, running over 40, I think. So it is what it is. But okay, exciting times, even though we're getting the Ishizu cards really soon. I'm looking forward to it, especially, you know, the power of Fenrir, the Bystial cards, and how Runic Spright is going to, you know, adapt to this new format. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Leave out. Peace.